Okay, bonjour. Here we will go through Preliminaire section F, which talks about telling time. This will be the final one we have to do this week. So here we are, telling time. The first section is the question, what time is it? And then we have a lot of different ways to answer that. Let's work on the question first. The question is, il est quelle heure? Il est quelle heure? What time is it? If you'll repeat that, please. Il est quelle heure? All right. And then if you're answering, we have different ways of answering. Also note how the time is written in French, where there's no like colon and like o'clock. You'll have the number followed by an H, and the H stands for hour. If, like in part 3, it's not a solid number, it's like 105 or 310, then it's 1H05, 3H10, so on and so forth. And so let's just read through how they do this. So number 2, to give the time on the hour, you say, and if you'll repeat after me, please, il est une heure. Okay, next one, il est 2 heures. It's 2 o'clock. If it's 10 o'clock, il est 10 heures. Right? And then we have 12 o'clock. It can be noon or it can be midnight. If it's noon, the expression is il est midi. And if it's midnight, il est minuit. Okay. And then rolling down here, number 3, to give the time after the hour, like it's 1:05, or it's 25 after 4, or a quarter past 3. This is how we would say that. And if you'll repeat after me, please. Il est 1h05 for 1:05. Right, the word for 1 and the word for 5. Here we're dealing with 3 and 10. It's 3:10. If you'll repeat, il est 3h10. Right? And our next one, il est 4h25. It's 4:25. Once more with that one. Il est 4h25. And this brings us to number 4, which says to give the time before the hour. So it's 10 minutes to 5. It's 20 minutes to 6. It's 25 minutes to 10. The way they'll say it here is they'll state like the next hour and then subtract the time. So for 4:50, they're saying it's 5 o'clock minus 10. And for 5:40, it's 6 o'clock minus 20. So let's read through these. And if you'll repeat after me, please. Il est 5h moins 10. Right? Il est 6h moins 20. Il est 10h moins 25. Sometimes it's a nice round number like 15 or 45 or 30, and they have words for like quarter and half. And so here is how you might say those. So if it's 2:15, you're saying it's 2 plus a quarter. And if you'll express that with me, repeat please. Il est 2h15. All right, next. Il est 7h moins le quart. So it's 7 o'clock minus 15, or minus a quarter. If you'll repeat that one. Il est 7h moins le quart. And the final from this section, il est 6h30. And that just means it's 6 o'clock and a half. So half past 6, 6h30. And the last thing that we need to deal with here is that if you're specifying AM or PM, there are a couple of ways to do it. The French do often use a 24-hour clock. So rather than saying it's 6 p.m., they'll tell you it's 18 o'clock. That doesn't always work for American brains, though. So we have words like morning, right? Du matin is the word for morning. And we have afternoon, l'après-midi, the word for afternoon. And then evening is soir. And that will give you an idea of, which 6 o'clock it is or which 4:30 it is. So let me read through these 3, and then I'll have you repeat them. So just listen this first time through. Il est 6h du matin. Il est 4h de l'après-midi. Il est 11h du soir. And if you'll repeat those, please. Il est 6h du matin. Il est 4h de l'après-midi. And finally, il est 11h du soir. Perfect.